refuse to show him the proper respect, brace yourself for the Whiskey Reaper's wrath.
Because after dinner, everyone ought to have a cigar. So I tried it. Well, the rest is history. I'm still smoking stogies. I love it, and he introduced me to something really good. And I know now the next question. Knowing you, second of all, because I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want.
DJ Khaled.
Bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop.
Hello.
From the plane to the
Hello.
fucking helicopter. Yeah.
Spicy,
Cops pulling
not
up
too
like I'm giving
spicy.
drugs. Nah.
Oh,
I'm
hell
a pop
no.
star, not a doctor. Bitches calling my
Ladies and
phone
gentlemen.
like I'm locked up non-stop. From the plane to the
Let's
fucking
try this one more
helicopter.
time.
Yeah. Cops pulling up like I'm giving drugs. Nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Hey, shorty with the long text, I don't talk. Ay. Shorty with the long legs, she don't walk. Ay. Yeah, last year I kept it on the tuck. Ay. 2020, I came to fuck it up. Yeah, I want a long life, a legendary one. I want a quick death and an easy one. I want a pretty girl and an honest one. I want this drink and another one. Yeah, and I'm troublesome. Yeah, I'm a pop star, but this shit ain't bubble gum. Yeah, you would probably think my manager is Scooter Braun. Yeah, but my manager with 20 hoes and Budokan. Yeah, hey, look. Ariana, Selena, my visa. It can take as many charges as it needs to, my girl. That shit platinum just like all of my releases, my girl. Niggas come for me, I tear them all to pieces, my girl. I'ma show your sexy ass what relief is, my girl. Please don't take no shit that's about to have you geeking. And I'm not driving nothing that I gotta stick the keys in. Wonder how I got this way, I swear I got the bitches calling my phone.
Hello?
Like I'm locked up non-stop.
Spicy?
From the plane to the
Not too
fucking
spicy?
helicopter. Yeah.
Oh,
Cops
hell
pulling
no.
up like I'm
Hell
giving
no.
drugs.
You goddamn good. You good.
Bitches calling my phone like
Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
locked up non-stop.
today this
From the
stream,
plane to the fucking
I'm gonna go off the
helicopter.
rail.
Cops pulling up like
Let's see
I'm
who we
giving
have
drugs.
here.
Nah. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. I'm a pop star, not a doctor. Watch her, said she rep a whole different block, so I blocked her. Busy at the crib, cooking salmon with the lobster. If we talking joints, it's just me and David Foster. Bodyguards don't look like Kevin Costner, you tweaking. Just pulled up to Whitney, Houston, Texas for the evening. They tell the same story so much they start to believe it. The ones that start like Drizzy shit was cool, but we even. Man, how the fuck? 2, 4, 6, 8. Watch his factory so they appreciate. Crown in my hand and I'm really playing. Keep away. Shit don't even usually get this big without a Bieber face. Nah. Piece of cake. Nah. Turks and cake. Yeah. Go and get your friends. We can sneak away. Yeah. I keep a like I keep the faith. Wonder how I got this way. Swear I got the bitches calling my phone like I'm locked
Hello?
up non-stop. From
Hello?
the plane to the fucking helicopter.
Spicy?
Yeah.
Not too
Cops pulling
spicy?
up like I'm giving drugs.
Oh,
Nah.
hell no.
I'm a pop
You
star,
gay.
not a doctor.
Oh, hell
Calling
no.
my phone like
I
I'm
see you
locked up
people, all of you
non-stop.
watching.
From the plane
It's
to
going to be
the
an
fucking
amazing
helicopter.
show.
Cops
I
pulling
think
up
I
like I'm
have
giving
this
drugs.
piled down
Nah. I'm a
perfectly.
pop star, not a
Ladies and
doctor.
gentlemen, I hope you are going to enjoy the show. This is going to be spicy, not too spicy. Hello. Welcome to the show. Let's do this. Welcome to the one and only, the Whiskey Reaper channel. Let me just tell you this. For all of you that have been here before, I do know that many of you strive to see an amazing live stream. Well, guess what? I all the time try to make the best stream that I can, but I am only one man, one leader, one alpha, one omega. There's only one of me, and not two. I wish I had two. If I was a twin, hey, I might be making $1 million right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, if you can hear me, let me know. I haven't done a sound check. I don't know how I sound like. I hope I don't sound spicy. Too spicy. Let me make sure I have this good. Dial down. Hello. Checking. Also, I will say, I'm going to go around the room and see who we have here. Today's show and today's stream is all about you all. You, the consumer. You out there that are watching in the Reddit crowd. You out there in the Outed Jerks. This is for you. For all of you people out there that want to look at forums and have an opinion. Is that really where you want to go to? Do you want to be mingled around people that love spicy, not too spicy? Come on, you gay! Anyways, I will say one thing. For all of you that have seen my shows previously, This is not going to be ordinary. I'm going to talk about whiskey, but not too much. It's not going to be too spicy out here. None of my whiskeys are too spicy. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to give it to the one and only Chad Stinkwell.
Choose to show him the proper respect. Brace yourself for the Whiskey Reaper's wrath.
Ladies and gentlemen, for all of you that don't know who I am, well, I am the Reaper. They call me the Reaper because it's short for the Whiskey Reaper. And for all of you that believe that my streams are everywhere, well, they are. Sometimes I talk about fragrances. Sometimes I talk about topics. Sometimes I talk about whiskeys. That's most of the time. And sometimes I just completely tank the whole stream. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I'm doing the best I can with these, the backdrop here, with this beautiful woman, with this logo, with the Reddit. I'm really trying out here. We did hit the 6K. I just said 10. Fuck's sakes. Okay, look, let me get down with it, okay? Today you can send whatever super chats you want to ask, or you could comment on the topic that I'm going to be talking about, the conversation that we're going to be talking about. Let me just say, if you can hear me, that's great. Bob over here says, sounds good. Mike is good AM says, good, because we're going to get hammy. We're going to get real hammy out here. If anybody doesn't know what it is to get a... You know what, let me not talk about that. Okay, right now, the title on the stream: Can online opinions in the Reddit forum help you decide correctly on a product or something? Now you're probably wondering what that something is. Well, it could be anything. You can go to the Reddit forum and you can see about cigars. You can see anything about whiskey in the Reddit forum. As you see here, I have a whiskey. Okay, whiskey. You can see about whiskey. You can also see, okay, about fragrances. Okay, and I can tell you, we're going to be talking about that here too. Okay, fragrances. Are you supposed to be tuning into Reddit? Are those the opinions that you need? Reddit? For God's sakes. Look, listen here, okay? We're going to go on. We're going to talk about this in this stream. We're actually going to be straight up saying what we need to say. And if you cannot see me or hear me, you let me know. I'm going to tell you, okay? This is the third time I've tried this, okay? So give me some, at least a little bit of leisure to know that I'm doing a good job. For all of you that have known me, I go around communities that I like. One community that has struck me recently was the gun community. Also another one that completely, really just, I'm upset for God's sakes. The fragrance community. The fragrance community is another community on the Reddit forum. I'm upset. Shoot, I'm upset. Shout out to all the people in the Reddit crowd. But I will say, also, the whiskey community, oh man, what's going on? Some people are saying about, oh yeah, I gotta buy this bottle for $1,000. You snake, you're probably the owner of one of these shops. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna talk about all of this now on the stream. And one thing I want to bring to light, I'm going to bring to light some products because opinions, I got opinions. Guess what, okay? Bottles halfway down, okay? Let me see if we see it. Okay, here we go. Bottles halfway down. This is an opinion. You hear me? That's an opinion. I have a good opinion because I use half of the bottle, maybe most of the bottle. Here we go, another opinion. Boom, another opinion. Boom, that's an opinion. Oh, hell yeah, that's a good opinion. Here we go. This bottle's like all the way down. Boom, opinion. Hey, opinion. Okay, I'm going to show you other bottles too. I'm going to show you other things. Let me tell you what this started off, okay? This started off by today. I literally had, okay, let me just tell you this. Let me change the mood just a little bit, okay? For all of you wondering if this is bad stream. No, this is a good stream. You're going to learn a little bit about this stream. And for all of you that want to, if you want to concur for what I say, you concur. And I think most of the Reaper crew out here does appreciate everything I say. I don't hold back. I will tell you today is Sunday. It is 4:23 p.m. It is 10/22/2023. And for all of you watching, I want to let you know that this stream is live. We live, baby. This is no editing, okay? So the first one in the crowd, I did see AM in the crowd. Good to see you, AM. If anybody wants to comment in the comment box, you're welcome to do so. First one in the crowd is AM. Also, we did have Bob. Hello, Bob. Good to see you, Bob. Also, we did have a couple other people that did show up. Let me see who else showed up out here. Let me see. Getting a little bit laggy out here. We also did have Darwin. Good to see Darwin. We also had Tater Dom. Always great to see Tater Dom. And for all of you that don't know, Sunday is the worst day to stream. I just tell you that right now because everybody's at the beach. Everybody's getting spicy, not spicy stuff. We can also say that Sundays is a day for family. Sometimes people want to stay away from their phone, and I believe in that. Okay, I believe in that. I think a lot of people, they stay away from social media on the Sunday. Today would be the day that everybody stays away. But we're going to talk about this now. There's a lot of things I want to talk about. One main thing, whiskey community, I'm going to talk about you all. I'm also going to be talking about some of the things that I'm seeing in the Reddit. Is it an opinion? Can I tell you what's an opinion? I'm going to tell you what's an opinion and what's a good way to look at things. Over here, let me make sure that all my settings are good before I go on a whole goddamn rant, because this is going to be one of those rant streams. For all of you watching, I appreciate you coming here. If you could do me the favor, because I'm going to tell you this right now, for all of you that don't know, there's a lot of people that copy what I say, what I do, and the topics that I talk about, and kudos to them. I know for a fact that you copy my shit. Oh, hell, I see you. But that's most of the time. For the bigger, it's not for most of the YouTubers that do videos. It's for the live streamers. Okay, if you could do me the favor, hit the like button for the stream. It helps out a bunch. Don't hold back. Press that button. It helps out a bunch. You don't understand how much it helps. It really does help out. I'm in the algorithm already on the videos. I'm in the algorithm in the short videos. And I think the last thing I need right now to be in the complete algorithm would be the live stream. So if the live stream gets in the algorithm, we're going to get nasty. We're going to get crazy in here. And I might even step up the camera. Currently, my camera so far is good. I will tell you, there is a group. I don't understand this. If you can hear the music in back of me, there's a party literally. No lie right now. There's a party literally at least, give or take, 120 yards away. You hear this? You hear this? Who the hell is out here listening to Puerto Rican music when goddamn you Mexican? Makes no sense. Let me tell you this. If I was Mexican, I'd be listening to that Mexican music all day long. I don't understand what's going on out here, but listen to this. Miami has a whole bunch of Hispanics and Latins, and they all like each other's music. Sometimes it's too tiring. I can't hear Daddy Yankee all day long, for God's sakes. I just cannot hear that all day long. It's something I can't hear. Anyways, let's go on. I'm gonna ease on, because if I go too hard, hey, some people are gonna start to cry. I don't want people crying out here. I want people to get a little cup check. I want people to get a reality check out here. Ladies and gentlemen, before I do anything, I'm going to pour myself a little bit more whiskey. I haven't drank any whiskey. I've had a little bit. And also, let me start by saying, okay, for the Reddit crowd, you guys are awesome in your own way. But we're going to say what you all can expect if you go to the Reddit crowd to see some reviews and products. Look, I gotta do this, okay? It's gonna be a rant. It's gonna be a rant. I have to put a little bit of holy water in here, for God's sakes. Who doesn't use holy water? I mean, at the end of the day, come on now. You guys have to use holy water. Come on now. Don't think holy water is just for the vampires. It's not only for the ghosts. Let me shake this up and then I'm going to put a little bit of whiskey. By the way, an opinion, I'm going to show you what an opinion is. Here you go. This is an opinion, okay? My bottle's halfway down. This is an opinion. Okay, for all of you that watch Reddit, read Reddit, if you see somebody that doesn't use a bottle, well, for God's sakes, you're listening to the wrong person. Let's pop this, and let me pour just a little bit of this whiskey. I'm going to do it in front of you so that you see that it's not a lot, because I don't do a lot, okay? I don't do a lot. Opinions, ladies and gentlemen, opinions are huge. This is opinion, but my opinion's good. I drank half of the bottle. Here we go, another opinion. Here you go, another opinion. You see this? Half of the bottle was used. I'm going to show you some fragrances. I'm going to give you opinion. Boom! Here you go, another opinion. Half used. Let me show you another bottle out here. Another bottle, opinion, almost gone. This bottle's almost destroyed. Look, okay, when it comes to opinions, you guys are listening, I think, to the wrong forum. There's a lot of people in the forums on Reddit that, for all of you that don't know, okay, there's a lot of people that just say their opinions, and sometimes they don't even own the bottle. That could be for whiskey. That could be for cigars. That could be for firearms. Now, you're probably wondering, what the hell happened to you, Reaper? Why is it that you just sparked up a stream all of a sudden talking about the Reddit forum? Why is it that you didn't do this a long time ago? Well, I didn't think I needed to do this a long time ago. Today, okay, I woke up with 2 missed calls. On my phone, I had 2 missed calls when I woke up. As soon as I looked, it was my buddy, and he wanted to call me because he wanted to know why the goddamn gun store is closed on a Sunday. What an idiot. What an idiot. They close Sundays, for God's sakes. Anyways, the point of the matter is, okay, what an idiot. Come on, man. How are you not going to know that you can't get much ammo on a Sunday? Because, come on. What a goddamn rookie.
What an idiot. Oh, what a loser.
And gentlemen, let me say this. Okay, as soon as I called him, he told me, he goes, hey, I'm having an issue. I go, okay, tell me the issue. He goes, I just went to the Reddit forum and they're telling me I should get Full Metal Jackets. I go, okay. I go, you have Full Metal Jackets. He goes, yeah, but for a carry. I go, what you talking about? He goes, okay, so he goes to me, he goes, you know, I'm a gun guy. I love guns. I don't talk about it here too much. He goes, hey, I need your opinion. He goes, I looked at the Reddit forum and everybody's saying that I should get, you know, the ammo that I'm using now, but the ammo that I'm using now is way too expensive. So I go to him, okay, so you're using hollow points. He goes, yeah, I don't want to pay the price of hollow points anymore. And for all of you that don't know what hollow points is, well, if you're carrying, usually if you carry in Florida, depending on your state, but most of the times, the best ammo you can get is hollow points, because at the end of the day, the impact is going to be a lot stronger. There's also, the ammo that I use is very much police ammo, so my ammo is a little bit extra. For all of you that don't know, the PP plus PP, I see you. Anyways, the point of the matter is that he told me, he goes, hey, look, I read it into the Reddit forum, and the gun forum, they're all saying that you should get hollow points, but I don't want to pay the price. I told him, my man, yo, I've told you so many times. I'm so pissed that you're calling me to bother me about something I've told you many times. You could use Full Metal Jackets, but you have to know that if you are a person that does go to the range often, you can use that, and you can use that on my... you can use that on your carry if you want to. What I do usually, I have half hollow points, and then I have half Full Metal Jackets, just in case. You never know. There might be a war. I might have to shoot through some doors, you know. But this is we're talking like if we're going to the range. Okay, so listen here. So I got a little bit mad. I go, man, this is a good stream. You gave me a good idea. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, I'm going to do a stream just on the Reddit. Because you're such a dumbass that you just looked at the Reddit forum when I told you many times you can use Full Metal Jackets or Hollow Points for everyday carry. If you're a dummy, I can tell you don't use Full Metal Jackets. I just wouldn't recommend it. Use Hollow Points. He goes, hey, maybe you're right. And then he goes, I'm gonna watch a stream that you do today. I'd never do because it's, I'm always working, he says. I go, you do that. And I go, one thing I'm gonna say you're an idiot on the stream.
What?
That's what I'm gonna say.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Anyways, I will say that's my close friend, okay? So I can't say all of you out here in the chat room, okay? It's not that. Mind you, I will tell you, I'm gonna try to highlight any super chats. If you want to, please, because I'm gonna lose track of everything. I have a lot to say, a lot to rant about. I'm gonna rant about one thing. I said, wait a minute, let me go looking out here in the Oded Jerks, the Reddit crowd. I haven't seen them in a while. I'm gonna talk about the fragrances too. But this is an opinion, okay? And it's a good opinion. Look at this. Halfway bottle. Yes, halfway bottle. Here we go. Here's another opinion for you whiskey connoisseurs out there. Halfway used bottle. Okay, halfway. This is an opinion. This is a good opinion. Because somebody out here actually drank this bottle. And we're going to talk about that now. First thing I want to talk about, okay? Let me see. So listen to this. I do see one of the crowd over here, one of my wrenches. Full Metal Jackets, you do use that for the gun range. The gun range, you use that. But my man, the military, do you think the military all have hollow points? They do not. And I will tell you, this is no advice to the people that are rookies. If you're a rookie and a beginner, do not take any of my advice. But if you all usually go to the gun range very often, you know how to use your gun, you know how to dismantle it, clean it, everything, you've been doing it for years and years and years, you, as everybody knows, you don't need to hear about opinions. You don't need to go onto the website. You know, in fact, that Full Metal Jackets will go through, okay? They will go through, so you have to know how to shoot a certain gun. If you have a bigger gun, you have to know how to shoot it. You just have to know your firearms. But that's not what the stream is about, okay? This stream just went left way. This stream went left way. Went left. God damn, went left. Try to go right all the time. Do I go straight all the time? Not too spicy. Not too spicy. As a matter of fact, I hate Indian food. I hate Indian food. Fuck's sakes, I hate Indian food. I don't think I'll ever eat Indian food. And I'm sorry to say, there's a lot of people that say that Indian food's the best. I ain't gonna eat no Indian food. Ain't just not gonna happen. But anyways, that's my opinion. And we're gonna talk about more things here on this stream. So the first thing I saw, I went into the Reddit crowd over here, and one of the things I noticed, I went into, because I haven't opened this up, and I'm thinking about maybe in the future, maybe, I don't know, looking into the gun forums and really just talking back to some of these people that are just, I think they're trolling out here. But I said, you know what? These people know what they're more. I think the gun community knows more about their products and their stuff than the goddamn fragrance community. The fragrance community has no idea what the hell they're talking about. Okay, just like this Terry Mugler over here. A lot of people don't talk about it, okay, because you have no way to talk about it. You don't got the bottle. There's other people out here that say that this is an amazing, amazing fragrance from Terry Mugler. I've owned it. I own it. I've used most of it. I can tell you it's amazing, but you can't wear it here in the summertime. There's another bottle there's a lot of people talk about. Very expensive. And all of these bottles, I mean, at the end of the day, I've used them. My opinion. This is an opinion. So I did go on to the Reddit forum, and when I went into the Reddit forum, the first thing I saw was there was on the fragrance community Reddit. I a little bit, and I said, you know what? I got to look at this. So I started looking. And I see people listening to guys that have fragrance channels. These guys, all they do, this is all they do all day long. They spray a little bit on the paper, smell it, and they say, oh yeah, this is a fall fragrance, winter fragrance. Yeah, this is good. Oh yeah. That's not how it works, you son of a bitch. What it works is when you put it on your skin, okay? Me and everybody in the chat room, we all know that we're all different, okay? Bob over here, even Darwin. Okay, Darwin over here, his skin chemistry might be different than mine. I am a tan, tall, very dark-eyed man. And I can tell you, my chemistry in my body is different than many of you. I do give you recommendations because I always do. But there's no way somebody can spray a fragrance, for God's sakes, that's brand new. Not this one, because this one is an opinion. Good opinion. I've already used it many, many times. They can't just spray it and say, ah, God, it smells good, amazing, dude, boom. It's going to last 10 hours. Goddamn wrong is you're wrong. It's not going to last. You haven't even used it. So some of these people out here in the fragrance community, I'm like, whoa. So I look at the Reddit crowd, and I see this woman. Now I'm gonna say, okay, a hustle is a hustle, and I get it. Okay, there's women out there that need a hustle to make money on YouTube, apparently, because they have no car. I get it. If you have no car, maybe it might be better to take free stuff and start reviewing it because you're getting paid. Okay, maybe. I ain't that person. I don't need a car. But maybe some of these people need a car. So I look at one of the posts, and it says, you know exactly who ATH, I don't know what that audience is, when he's sending free bottles to people as in YouTubers. And in my head, I'm thinking, God damn, holy heavens, I'm saying damn right now. I'm looking at the Reddit crowd, and I see, oh my God, how many people are subscribed to this? What is it? 6,100 members in the Reddit crowd. Applause to all of them. Because if there's a YouTuber that's getting free, son of a gun, free bottles, they broke as hell. They don't own a car. Most likely, they're all about the money. And as I'm telling you now, okay, when it comes to whiskeys, here you go. Halfway bottle. Opinion. I could do a good opinion because I just drank that shit out of that, and it took me maybe a year. That was what year? I think that was last year's bottle. Here you go. Another opinion. Halfway. Forgot. This is a real opinion. Not one of these, oh, this is, no. Now we'll say this. Here's another opinion. I'm going to go back to this. Fragrance. Boom. Halfway bottle. Opinion. Not one of these people that sprayed on a goddamn piece of paper, and all of a sudden, it's gonna smell 6 hours. Embarrassing. I'm gonna also say, what is another bottle? I can't show you this one. You can't see shit, okay? You can't see anything of this bottle, but I can tell you, there's a quarter down, because I love this one, that I get paid by Perfume de Marly, you son of a gun. I only bought the ones I like, because I know that they go with my skin. If you ever see me talk about Greenlee, I'm getting paid. I can't wear Greenlee. I just can't. I didn't buy it. And you know what? It's pretty sad. There's YouTubers out here. So I looked in the Reddit forum, and it's like, wait a minute. Should people on YouTube be getting opinions from people that are getting free bottles? So when I see this woman over here, she's posting up in the Reddit forum. She's posting of videos, apparently, that I'm not watching her channel, but she's posting of videos of men fragrances. You son of a gun. Men fragrances. Gentlemen, we have women out here that are talking about men fragrances. Who in the hell is going to watch a woman talk about men's fragrance when, for God's sakes, you won't see them wearing a men's fragrance all week long? So the thing is, I just don't understand it. Here we go, another opinion. Boom! Another opinion. Halfway bottled down. This is a man fragrance. if I see a woman talk about this, I'm sorry to say, you goddamn freaking sold out. You're a sellout. You a sellout. There's no woman that should be speaking about men fragrances. They should speak about women fragrances. There's a lot of women that need opinions out there. Women in the fragrance community should not be speaking about men fragrances. These women are not lesbians. These women are not, women that wear men fragrance like over here. Let me see if I have a men fragrance that I can show you out here. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. Boom. Okay, this is, okay. Terry Mugler, Pure Malt. If you see a woman wearing this and talking about this, I don't know what to say. What's going on? Somebody ring the bell. I don't know if there's a certain color flag that they love, but I can tell you, this is a men fragrance, okay? Pure Malt. Pure Malt. I can talk about it. It's an opinion because I own it. I don't have a decant, and I use most of it. It's a quarter down. I just can't wear it too much in the heat. Another thing. Okay, we're gonna talk about whiskeys very soon. Let me take a sip out of this, man. I'm getting insanely crazy out here. Shout out to Sweet Milk. I see you, Sweet Milk. Shout out to Sweet Milk. If you don't know who Sweet Milk is, this man over here. Let me just tell you this. If you don't know who this man is out here, this man out here, he literally has the best graphics in the game. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. He doesn't need a YouTube channel to get the audience to watch him. This is a man in the Reddit crowd. He could be in the gun crowd and talk about people that right now are scared to have one in the chamber. For God's sakes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you own the concealed carry and you're a wussy, you're a pussy, you're gay, I don't know what it is. If you don't have one in the chamber, you ain't a real man, okay? That's how it is. And I told my friend that. He goes, God damn. My friend told me, oh, so I'm gay now? I go, yeah. He goes, oh, so I'm a wussy now? I go, yeah. He goes, what you think I'm soft because I don't have one in the chamber when I walk around? Yeah, you soft as hell. Hey, they should hire you in Charming in those commercials because if you don't have one in the chamber, my man, what is the point of you even having a daily carry? It makes no sense. It's kind of like, for example, it's kind of like having a knife. I don't know if you see it. It's kind of like having a knife without the damn fucking Sharpie point. The knife. It doesn't make sense. As you all know, safety is safety. And for all of you that have a certain state, California, I feel bad for California because most of them have a certain regulations in guns. And as you all know, I love my firearms. But here in Florida, we have a certain strict, when it comes to policies and regulations in Florida, a little bit strict compared to maybe New York. New York is, man, that's a wild forest out there. Hey, anybody can have a firearm out there illegally. But this is no advice to any of you to really get into firearms. If you need a firearm, remember, you're an American. You can own a firearm. You could go to classes. There's classes for all of you to take. And I do appreciate all of you. If you're an American, use your amendments, okay? All the amendments we have. And it's amazing to see that we have Americans that enjoy firearms. I think it's great. It's a thing that I don't think there's many countries that like us. I think we're pretty goddamn blessed that we can go to the store and see the selection of firearms that we do. But anyways, let me suck on this. So look, all of this started because of my friend in the morning. If he wouldn't have called me, I wouldn't have done a stream like this. I'm really fed up with some of my idiot friends. Now, it's not that they're idiots. Okay, it's not that they're idiots. It's the fact that some of you have, I don't know what it is, not you guys in the crowd, but my own friends. You tell them something, and sometimes in that day, they say, yeah, man, correct, hey. This is right. This is 100%. And all it takes for them to be steered left is for them to start looking at the Reddit crowd. You can go to any Reddit crowd. There's different communities in the Reddit crowd. If you're into cooking, there's going to be people that are going to say, hey, you're going to over-salt it. Don't do that. Do it after. There's going to be different communities in the Reddit crowd, just like the cigar crowd. There's a lot of people that say, oh, no, that's a Cuban. No, that's not a Cuban. That's a Cuban. That's not. Sometimes you have to ask the expert. You have to see it in front of you. A picture's not going to really do it. Also, we can say easily, I'm going to change the damn fucking music. I'm so mad. You have no idea. It all started with the guns. Fuck's sakes. Ah, man, let me, Oh, by the way, if any of you want to get into firearms, I'm thinking about doing a safety video for all of you, because I do know that people around the world, they're kind of scared of firearms. Firearms will not shoot you, okay? There's a person that has to pull the trigger. There's no such of a thing as a ghost that will come out of the woodworks of the closet and pick up any of your firearms, any of your fragrances, any of your whiskeys, and start using them. That's not how it works, okay? It literally has to be physically used. So we're going to talk about more of the Reddit crowd, because you know what? I'm just so sick. I'm so upset. Where's that song? Oh wait, time out. You know what? Nah, time out. Let me hype myself up some more, man, because it's the afternoon. It is a Sunday, and I do know Sundays is the worst day to stream, but I am not here to really say if today is a good day or not a day. I have to say this. I can't wait till tomorrow. Bob, I do know Bob. He knows about his firearms. And remember, firearms is just if you're an American, please get into a class, get into that. It would really benefit you and your family and your friends to always know about firearms. Firearms is something that Americans love to have. And I can tell you, I love my firearms. I do. But anyways, let me see over here that I make sure that we get this on here. I have to really hype myself up just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a super chat in the house. Thank you so much over here, Bob, for the super chat. Here we go. Bob Loves Whiskey with the $5 super chat. I love this, man. I really, if I could just talk about weapons all day long, I would, all day long. Okay, Bob Loves Whiskey for the $5 super chat. What is your favorite pistol? Well, there's too many. As you know, I have an addicting personality, and I do love collecting. I had a lot of firearms not long ago. I had to round it down because I was using too much money on ammo. And for years and years, I had so many firearms. What is the point of having so many firearms? Currently, right now, I do love Glock. I've always loved Glock. Glock is one of the best brands out there. For all of you that don't know, most of the law enforcements, they use Glock or they use Sig Sauer. But I can tell you, I don't recommend the Sig Sauer. And for all of you that don't know what a 6 hour, well, you have to look that up. I'm going to tell you one of the bad things about the 6 hour out here in Florida. There's a lot of cops that really get into the trigger because of the trigger. They love the trigger. They love how it feels. The one thing I don't tell you on these streams is a 6 hour, you can drop that and it could completely fire. That's a horrible thing. They had a recall recently. I think they have a recall, what was it, a couple years ago? And people still own those guns. They still sell those guns. I don't recommend you to get one of those. But also, I will tell you, Glocks are just fantastic. They're just all around perfect. They're a gun that you could just do anything. You could smash it around, put it in water. This is why the Marines, the Navy SEALs, they use. And for all of you that don't know, the perfect gun for a Navy SEAL or somebody in the Marines would be the Glock 19. Now, I'm not going to talk more about guns on here right now because I want to do mainly a stream about guns. I want to find a proper way to do it, but currently I'm trying to see here if I can actually tune myself up a little bit because I do know earlier I was really, really upset. One thing that got me upset earlier was the fact that some of my friends can obviously listen to anybody. As a matter of fact, the president of the NRA the president of the NRA could tell any of my friends, and that probably happens to some of you too. They can tell them, hey, look, you got to do it this way. This is the right way to do it. And then the weeks go by, and then something just happens to them, and they start to doubt themselves. Sometimes doubt is bad. Doubt is bad because at the end of the day, you don't need any doubt. When somebody tells you something, sometimes it is what it is. That's just how it is. When I tell you that it's not too spicy, Indian food, well, I don't eat Indian food. So that's another thing. But I can tell you, look, okay, we're going to talk about more on the Reddit over here. Bob, thank you so much for adding that to this stream. I really want to tell you, Glock all around, just an amazing, amazing, amazing gun. And the best part about it is that the Glock eats anything. You could use any type of ammo, and you'll never have any issues compared to some of the new brands that start coming out, maybe some of the new models of other brands. But the Glock, oh man, it's great. The Glock is great. Hell yeah, it's great. So, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta hype myself up a little bit. Let me relax over here, make sure that more people do show up. I will tell you, this is an afternoon stream. It's almost 5 o'clock out here. So let me just say this, okay? I'm gonna go on, and I want to just drink a little bit right now before I hit the other topic. But for all of you, I hope you're enjoying this over here. Over here at Glock 17. Hey, the 17 is amazing. If you want it for the house, that is the absolute best gun you can own, because at the end of the day, the Glock 17, it's longer, it's more, it's the full size. And I will tell you, I had to get rid of mine. I've got rid of so many guns in the past. It's just insane. I think a lot of gun owners have done that before. You just get bored of them, and at the end of the day, you don't want a whole cabinet full of guns. I see some YouTubers out there, and I understand YouTubers out there that they have a bunch of guns. They have a YouTube, so I would understand that they keep all these guns. But a person like me, it's like, holy shit, man. How many guns do I want to take to the freaking range? Do I take 10? I was getting to the point that one time I was taking that many. You know how much ammo I was using? It was just so much fun. It's kind of like a kid in the candy store being able to hit every candy and throwing it on the floor. It's just a good feeling. For the men out here, for the ladies, it might be different. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? We're going to go on with this. Let me just relax a little bit. Let me tune myself into this stream because I want to make sure this is a great stream. And as you know, I have no script on here. This is all just coming out of my brain, everything I want to say. I'm going to say more stuff right now, but give me some time. Let me do this over here. And let's go on with a little bit of just relaxing. Let me just relax. But I am, ladies and gentlemen, I am a little bit goddamn upset with the Reddit crowd. For every community, shit, I'm freaking upset, man. I'm upset.
Yeah,
I'm working on fine.
I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. I'ma always take the money over sex. That's why they need me out the way, what you expect. Got a lot of blood and it's cold. They keep trying to get me for my soul. Thankful for the women that I know. Can't go 50-50 with no hope.
Hell nah.
Every month, I'm supposed to pay her bills and get her what she want. I still got like 7 years of doing what I want. My dad still got child support from 1991. Out of town, people love to pop a lot of shit and come around. Word of Flacco Jody, he done seen us put it down. Niggas asking if I'm cool, I'm upset. 100,000 on my head is disrespect. So offended that I had to double check. You tryna check? This is real life. Niggas think we playing chess. So what's next? Jump up out the bed like I'm possessed. I go out on tour and I say I'm drinking less. End up getting loose and getting pictures from my ex. SMS, XXX. That's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. Why you keep on shooting if you know that nigga dead? That's the only kind of shit that gets you some respect. Got a lot of blood and it's cold. They keep trying to get me for my soul. Thankful for the women that I know. Can't go 50-50 with no hope. Every month, she don't even love me, she just putting on a front. She gon' try and settle out of court and make a run. Then gon' ask me how I'm doing, I'm upset. $500,000 on my head, I can't accept that, yeah. At least it made me feel like someone tried their best, yeah. Wanna waste $500,000, be my guest. Make me wanna buy a vest and a tech. But I'm blessed, I just checked. Hate me, never met me in the flesh. Say she got some things she gotta come here and collect. That shit is in a box to the left, to the left. Got a lot of blood and it's cold. They keep trying to get me for my
Man, I'm upset, man.
soul.
Big time. I'm
Thankful for the
upset.
women that I know.
Damn.
Can't go 50-50 with no hope.
Hell no. Hell no. You can't go 50-50 with no. Man, I'm telling you. Some of the lyrics out here, they're straight up accurate. Straight up. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, I have a little bit of more rhythm on this stream. Let me just tell you, I'm going to talk about more about what I want to talk about with the Reddit crowd. Are opinions really it? Is that what it comes down to? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about it now. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the little bit of a break time. I needed a little break. I needed to take a little bit of a sippy sip and a little bit of a cigar sip. For all of you that don't know, it is 5 p.m. right now, currently. In Florida, it is 10/22/2023. I'm about to talk more about the stream, the Reddit stream. Basically, the tide over here. Can online opinions in Reddit forums help you decide correctly on a product or something? Something could be anything. It could be a relationship. It could be, you could be getting a bad advice from somebody on the Reddit that doesn't even, oh man, you don't know who you're talking to on the Reddit. So sometimes when you read it, does it look good? Does it look right? You don't know who's on the other side of the freaking screen. Let's just say that. And we can also say one thing, okay? For all of you that don't know, opinions matter. Yes, they do. You always have to have an opinion. If you have no opinion, just go on with everything. At the end of the day, hey, you might be the guy that has a green shirt, a white pants, and some pink shoes. That is not a good mix. Okay, that is not a good mix. You have to make sure to have at least an opinion somewhere. Also, I'm going to say for the people that just showed up, good to see you, Edgar Romeo. Also, okay, I did see earlier the Beretta. I love that freaking gun. The PX4 Storm. I love that gun. I wanted to say that earlier, and this is something that a lot of rookies end up buying for everyday carry. This is something, I'm not going to say that it's a rookie gun. I'm just saying that a lot of new people get into that gun, but we're not going to talk about guns right now. Currently, we're going to go back into rhythm, and we're going to go back into the Reddit crowd. Let me see some things, some things that I saw. Okay, so I did go into the bourbon and whiskey forum, and some of the things I saw was incredibly so goddamn ridiculous. I just couldn't believe some of the things I was seeing. And for all of you, I'm going to talk about it now. Let me make sure I have a good song on here, because you know what? At the end of the day, I need something in the back. I need to tune myself a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, I went to the whiskey crowd, the whiskey forum, and I hope I never have to go back again. Let me just say one thing, okay? There's a lot of people that talked about this whiskey. This whiskey is halfway gone. Halfway gone. Okay, if you see it here, this is the whiskey that many people don't like. A lot of people don't like this. I'm talking about way too many. This is the Woodford Reserve 5 malt stouted mash. I got this years ago. I think it was even last year or 2 years ago or before the pandemic. I don't remember. The point of the matter is that I started looking, and then I saw this. Let me just tell you, when you buy a whiskey, there's certain aromas and a certain taste that you want. Usually, when you get something that has, well, everybody knows that if it says Kentucky, it should be close to Kentucky whiskey, like bourbon whiskey. But there's very different opinions that sway away from the reality of it. This whiskey I had bought knowing, in fact, that it wasn't a bourbon whiskey. I first bought this whiskey, which is halfway. This is my opinion, and my opinion is huge. I'm pretty straight edge. I bought this knowing that I have a backup. I bought this knowing that it's not a bourbon whiskey. I bought this knowing that it's going to be something different. When I drank it, it was something super different, and I will tell you more about this. This is a whiskey that I tell people, if you're looking into bourbon whiskey or rye whiskey, this is not going to be your thing. This is going to be just something opposite of what you expect. So when people buy whiskeys and top dollar fragrances, they expect a certain smell or a certain taste, a certain finish, a certain performance. And sometimes that is not the case. Just because you listen to people on the Reddit forum, it's not going to be how it is. Bourbon Hunter, good to see you, Bourbon Hunter. But that's just how it is. The Reddit forum is a forum to really present to you different opinions on everybody. But why is it that some of my friends go out there to see what's going on? It's not a good place to look at if you know, in fact, that you have a certain palate. If you know, in fact, that you like a certain whiskey, it's a place not to even look at. Now, have I ever signed up to the Reddit forum? No. There's no way I should sign up because it's pointless. It's kind of like talking to somebody that has, I'm sorry for the people out here that have a Hyundai. Okay, I'm sorry to say the people out here that have a Kia. It's almost like telling a person that has a Kia or a Hyundai, hey, you might not want to get that car because they're giving you 100,000-mile warranty because the car is just straight up gonna fail you. It's gonna be a day that you're gonna have 2 appointments, and that will be the day that your Kia or your Hyundai is gonna completely straight dookie crap on you. But these people, when they see a product, they go straight into Reddit. And then in the Reddit crowd, you could see people in the car forum, the resellers, that say, oh yeah, this Kia, they're good. The Hyundai, they give you like a 500,000-mile warranty. If something happens, you can just take it to the dealer and they just change it up. They'll just change whatever. Man, that's the worst thing you want. When you have a 2 appointment, what, you got a heart surgery or something? Oh shit, your car just failed on you. Sometimes a Reddit forum can lead you to complete death. I mean, for God's sakes. But anyways, that's just something. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go look again here on the Reddit forum, and I'm going back to the fragrance Reddit forum. So I spoke to you earlier that I think women shouldn't even be talking about men fragrances. That is just, for God's sakes, they're not wearing your men fragrance. Let's just put it there. They're not be wearing men fragrance. Also, I do see here on the Reddit forum, and now I'm on the fragrance forum. It's showing a lot of people that they're getting paid. They're getting paid to talk about horrible fragrances. I mean, at this point, if you know that somebody's getting a horrible product, they're getting it for free. Don't listen. Don't watch them. Just don't watch them. So they're talking about that now here in the Reddit forum, and then I see another one out here that they're pushing along. What is it? They're pushing along. Perfume them morally. Okay, well they probably don't get too much off that. Over here, I didn't see this, but there's one that says they're clone houses. I don't know what to expect from this, but I do know that most likely there's a guy talking about clone houses. Most likely, like if he just discovered it. I'm looking around here. Also, there's another guy. It says showing off his new toy. Let me see these other ones. I'm looking through the Reddit crowd. Yeah, that's not a good look. Jesus Christ. A grown man, by the way. I'm looking here. That's not a good look. What is that, man? So in the Reddit forum, in the fragrance Reddit forum, apparently there's a bigger YouTuber that apparently decided to put on a hat and rant that he had bought a hat for $5, and he's ranting to his public that it doesn't fit him. That is just embarrassing. I would never even do that on the live. But apparently the guy has I don't know why he does. Let me look around here and see if I see anything. There's another guy promoting Perfume de Marly, most likely. He's trying to get paid. He probably doesn't even have the bottles. All right, let me see over here. On the Reddit forum, there's a guy. Is there a new dawn rising through live stream ranks? This is the fragrance community. I'm going to look at the other communities now. But this is just a guy that doesn't have a YouTube. I don't know why they're picking on him. I think I have an idea. Over here. I will say this, okay? Putting all the bullshit aside, sometimes bullying people is sometimes good. Sometimes. I'm not going to say all the time. You can understand when it's real bad bullying. But sometimes the type of bullying that I think is accepted is if certain people start talking about fragrances or maybe whiskeys or maybe even guns that are just horrendous. Then somebody needs to say something, and sometimes a lot of people do something in the Reddit forum. They start posting up stuff, and that's usually because they're just goddamn sick of it. They're just sick of everything that they see on YouTube and nobody says anything. Now that kind of bullying is understandable. I understand it. It's a consumer that owns a product just like this. Oh wait, just like this. Here we go. I show you. Just like this. This is a small Glencairn, okay? I'm gonna show you why I should be bullying anybody to get... Just watch this. Just watch this. This is a regular Glencairn. Okay, this is a regular Glencairn glass. As you see, I can hold it. And it's full length regular size Glencairn. Now we'll tell you this: what you're about to see is something quite small. Look at this. My hands are literally so big that I have to hold it with 2 fingers. Okay, personally, it looks amazing in the video, but I would never recommend myself this ever again. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. This thing is so small that I don't know how to, I just don't know how to give my opinion. My only opinion that I can give about this small Glencairn is for the ladies. Ladies, you would really enjoy this. It's very beautiful. It's very cute. But I, myself, okay, I'm holding this with 2 fingers. And I feel like for every hand that I put over this, I overheat the whiskey. And for all of you that don't know, you have to hold it like this. If you hold it like this, you're going to overheat the whiskey, and it gives it a little bit of a different taste if it's hotter, if it's not room temperature. So this over here, it feels like it's going to fall out of my hands. And to me, this right here, it is a waste of my time. But it's cute, and I use it so you guys can see it. But I wouldn't recommend this to anybody unless it's a woman, and if men, you have a small hand, if you're a small fella, like some of the people in the fragrance community, if you're a small little dude, this might be your glass. As a matter of fact, you might have to buy small guns too. You might have to buy the small compact little guns. You might have to buy little shoes. One thing I can tell you, don't buy any small guns. Most of my guns are big, and most of my shoes are huge. And my glasses, I try to make them as big as possible. If there's a certain size that is bigger, I usually do it. But I had to buy a couple of these, and I don't recommend it. I just don't. Let me put this back here. By the way, it does say Pee Wee Glencairn. I'll tell you, that's a Pee Wee, all right. But here you go. This is a full Glencairn for all you whiskey connoisseurs out there. Here you go. You see, you're good there. I'm not gonna heat it up, and I'm not gonna drop it. Anyways, so let me go on through here. The one thing that blew me away. Okay, getting to some of the Reddit forums in the fragrance community. There's a guy has the audacity to sell stuff on here. Okay, cool. That's all right. No big deal. Do your thing. Then I come along one of these. The infamous Lady Virus got him. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to look at it. But let me just tell you this. If you have a YouTube channel or a live stream, and you bring up something that you're not supposed to, it's going to stay on the internet forever. Okay, forever and ever and ever, it's going to stay on the internet. So there's a certain guy here that actually brought up something on his live stream, and everybody apparently now knows. Now it's crazy to see that there's so many people watching that they literally, I don't know how they found it. They found it, they posted it up, I didn't believe it, I looked it up, and I said, God damn. I said, damn, this guy gay. And nobody out here, like, nobody has the balls to say it in front of him, obviously, because this isn't, whatever. The point matters that, does it bother me that somebody's GAY? Doesn't bother me, because I am not going to be, it's not going to be in my circle. It's just, you know, I've had experiences with certain men that it's like, man, hey, I'm not available. My man, I'm not available. I think I even punched the guy once for touching my belt, okay? So to see this on here, like, some of the fragrance community, like, what are they doing, man? Come on, man. Also, huge shout outs to Sweet Milk. Huge shout outs to Sweet Milk. But I can tell you, yeah, I've been looking at some of these things. And if you have any questions in the chat room, hey, I'm welcome to answer most of them. If you see anything in the Reddit crowd. So the other thing that I spoke about earlier, the whiskey community in the Reddit crowd is beyond me. I don't understand it. They post up a picture of something like this. They go, here's a bottle, okay? They post this bottle on the whiskey forum. And they post it up, they put it here, and they go, hey, by the way, I just got this at CVS. Go check it out at CVS. It's going to be CVS in Certain Street. My man, everybody knows that this is not going to be at CVS. And there's other people that post up pictures of bottles just like this. And then they go, oh, I got this for $50 at Tony Roma's gift shop. Are you gotta be kidding me? And people believe it. People believe it. You see the comments? Oh my God, I didn't know Tony Roma's had a gift shop. I didn't know they sold whiskey. Who's the dummy that's responding? I have no freaking clue. Also, I'm going to drop in the link in here. I forgot to drop in the link. But I will tell you, I'm going to drop the link in here. Just so that I remember. I know it's Sunday, and for all of you watching, I do know that it's a little bit slow on the streams on the Sunday. It's usually very slow. Most of the time, my main stream is usually at night, and I'm going to tell you, I think tonight I am not going to be streaming because I have a game that I have to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you this. I do watch, okay, sports. I do bet on sports. I don't tell you to bet on sports. You have to really have a very, very strong stomach. Sometimes I don't even watch the games. But I can tell you today I'm going to be watching the Miami Dolphins versus the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles. But at the end of the day, hey, we're going to go back to the whiskey talk. Nobody out here should be talking about whiskey on the Reddit forum and saying, you know, oh, I got this, certain place. Just don't say anything. Doesn't make any sense. Also, there is people on here on the Reddits. One thing I do not like in the Reddits, I think there's a lot of people that don't like this. They post up pictures of their bottles, and they are closed completely. They have a whole collection of closed bottles. Like, what is the point of that? I understand you're collecting to maybe sell it in the future, but some bottles they're meant to be drank. You're meant to be opening up most of these bottles, okay? So for all of you that see my reviews, I do review a lot of bottles. Most of the time, it's on the live stream. On the live stream is usually when I do reviews because it's more clear when you see me and you believe me right here, you know, talking about it. If I do a video, it's kind of like I have some free time I could do this. But when it comes to whiskeys, look, opinions are opinions. Opinions are great when they're being used, and Let me see in the chat room. Let me see in the chat room what we have going on here. So another thing I do know that I don't know if you guys remember when I first started the channel, I started doing whiskey hunting videos. I'm starting to do that again. A couple people told me, hey, you know, the reason why a lot of people are doing, there's a lot of people doing the whiskey hunting is because of you. I go, I know it's because of me. But I started doing it a long time ago when I first started this channel. And it brought me to the level that I started getting subscribers. And there's a bigger YouTuber that recently really blew that up because he's a bigger YouTuber, and you can't really compete with people that have a big amount of subscribers, a big amount of technical things. Sometimes you can't compete, usually when it's a bigger channel. But he did do recently, one of the bigger YouTubers in the whiskey community, he recently did do, started to do a lot of hunting. For all of you that don't know, there's a lot of people in the whiskey community, but I can tell you there's only few YouTubers that really do a good job. Now there's a lot of new talent that's starting to hit YouTube. For all of you that don't know, there's a lot of people that are starting off by literally doing whiskey hunting. Now I gotta be a little bit humble, and I have to say, you know, sometimes being humble means just look away. You don't have to look at all these things that they're doing. Just because you've done it before. Just because you did before doesn't officially mean that all of them have seen your videos. But there has been a lot of people that told me, you know, you are the OG of the whiskey hunting. And I do know that, okay, it's understandable. But who am I trying to verify all of these facts? I just know that it's a fact. Okay, I get it. It took just one bigger YouTuber to start doing it, and now mostly everybody's doing it. I'm having a little bit of a hard time doing videos. There's certain news stores that are starting to come up, and most of the news stores that I don't know the owner that I spoke about before, most of them don't allow any videotaping in the store. So most of the stores that I do know, they know me already. And I will tell you, there's a lot of people that have been always asking, hey, why don't you post up the picture of the store? Why don't you, get a little bit of money from the store? Well, the stores aren't going to give you a lot of money for doing a video. You'll get a good amount, but it's not going to be anything crazy. And sometimes you can do deals with a store if you're doing a video. But I don't think I'm to the point that I want to start making deals with stores. For all of you that don't know, I appreciate the comments in the comment box with my videos. It's very much appreciated, especially when I take my time to do videos. But there's no way, in fact, I want to ever show a store, maybe in the future, but for right now, there is goddamn no freaking way I'll be showing a store on any of my videos, because none of these big stores are paying me to do any of that. These are for all of you to see prices. And maybe in the future, when you go rewatch one of my videos, maybe 4 years down the line, you'll see back when a certain whiskey, like for example, okay, we're going to just give example of this one. For example, okay, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, okay, you've seen many times. I think I've showed this one for $64.99. Okay, maybe in the future, you'll see my video, and then you'll see that the new price in the future, maybe, I don't know, maybe how many years from now? Maybe 2 or 3 years. Maybe we'll start seeing these at $150 MSRP. But at least you have a record in my video slots that all the prices used to be a certain price. This is why I did videos. I did that initially for that. Now, I hope you guys can see me clearly, because I've only tried this format about 3 times. This is the 3rd time I tried this format, and usually I do know that I haven't tried this during the weekday at night. I have to finally try this in one of my main shows. I probably will this week coming up. I wanted to make sure that I do a good stream like this and hype myself up a little bit and give you my opinion of what I think of the Reddit crowd. Now, the Reddit crowd is all the crowd. It doesn't have to be just the whiskey crowd. It doesn't have to be just the bird watching crowd. You hear the birds? Yeah, those are ducks and birds all mingling together. I do know there's different opinions in all type of crowds. In NASCAR, I think there's a racing crowd in the Reddit forums. There's a motorcycle group crowd forum. Most of them know the Dunlops are just amazing tires. And then there's people that like the other tires, which are Michelin. There's a debate on which tires are good, Dunlop or Michelin. And there's always a big debate online. It's your opinion at the end of the day. You know, whenever you want to run on your car, if you want Michelins or you want a Pirellis, it's all you. Now, I can tell you that I've gone through all type of tires. I know the Pirellis are just freaking amazing. The Michelins on a car, if you have a very fast car, they're one of the top best tires you can get. If I was to recommend anybody any tires for a car, if you had a Porsche, I would definitely recommend you the Pirellis or the Michelins. Those are just amazing. If I was to pick one of them, well, I'm picking the Michelins all day long. That would be for a sports car. Okay? And I can also tell you, yeah, we can get spicy, but there is a lot of opinions everywhere. Time to musk up. Good to see you in the show. But the Reddit crowd, okay? There's every kind of crowd. You see my glasses that I have? There's a lot of people that say, if I wear Oakleys, I'm racist. What kind of opinion is that? That doesn't mean anything. Just because I own Oakleys doesn't mean nothing. I enjoy Oakleys because it is an American brand and it's made here. I also did drop the link in here. This link is for anybody that has ever hopped on the stream like Time to Musk Up. Anybody that has ever had a wrench. If you had a wrench before, you're always welcome to hop on. Remember, I do rotate wrenches. I don't have the membership thing going on. And I will tell you, for all of you, I want to be transparent to all of you, okay? I have recently been giving the power to put a membership on my show. YouTube has picked a small portion of YouTubers, and I was picked out of all of, I don't know, what is it could have been 40% for God's sakes. I didn't look that up. But I do know that a lot of people haven't told me about it. So if they haven't told me about it, I was pretty much picked to be part of the program. And to be part of the program that they picked me, they want to give me $500. And they want to make sure to give me membership. If I get 30 people on the membership, I will get $500 and all the membership extras. I can tell you that is too much work for me. So what I do out here is when you start supporting the chat room, that's what I do. I give you a wrench, and that is my own way to know who is actually active. Just like Edgar Romeo, Bob Loves Whiskey, Tater Dom, Farm Kitty, Adventurers, and a couple other wrenches like AM, and everybody that always just tunes in because I have crazy opinions. My opinions are pretty straightforward, okay? Over here, Time to Musk says Pirelli tires all day, but not run flats. Run flats are horrible, okay? Do not get any run flats. Run flats would be something for people that actually are a little bit lazy. They don't want to get out of the car. They don't want to, they just want to keep on going. They got a flat, well, they want to keep on going. I personally think run flats are horrible, and it's good that you brought that up. If you go on the Reddit forum, they're going to say, do not get run flats. But then there's people that say, get run flats. If you have a racing car, like a Porsche, if you have any of these high-end cars, like maybe an AMG Mercedes, do not get run flats. Get yourself some Pirellis, get yourself some good Michelin tires. And for motorcycles, because I have a motorcycle, I can recommend you all day long the Dunlops. The Dunlops are just fabulous, a great price. Pirellis are great, but they're very expensive when it comes to motorcycles. But they just stick on the floor. Bad thing about Pirellis, the top-notch Pirellis on a motorcycle is if there's rain, holy shit, you better have the right goddamn freaking tire. It'll feel like the floor has ice, and it'll feel like that. I do have Dunlops. And the Dunlops I have are Q4s. You can look that up. But I will tell you, there is a lot of opinions online. So I wanted to go on to the gun forum on here, but I didn't want to talk about too much guns anymore. I think we expanded. We talked about guns a lot already. I want to talk about something else. I spoke about whiskey already. What else can I talk about? I spoke about whiskeys already, how a lot of people do say, they go, yeah, I bought that for $1,000 on the Reddit forum. That's just a flex. Doesn't mean anything. Sometimes you have to understand people online are giving you opinions to feel validation. And for all of you that don't know, the one person in this world that gets that, there's a lot of women that go online for validation. I don't know that feeling because I'm not a woman, but I think a lot of women can relate. There's a lot of their friends that do go online to get validation. It makes them feel good. Now for men, I don't know that is anything. There's no, for some of us, like me, I can't go online and get validation. I go online to give you a good show, maybe put up a video or something like that. I don't think some of us men should be going online to get validation. If we're ugly, oh shit, you should know you're ugly. If you're a good-looking man, you should officially know you're a good-looking man. If you're a funny man, you don't have to be online to explain everybody and tell everybody how funny you are. You're just funny. You're just a funny man. If you are a small man, a tall man, you don't have to go online to tell anybody. There's no validation needed when it comes to men. But for women, online, there's a lot of validation. Now, don't tell you that there is a Reddit forum for those OnlyFans women, because I haven't looked that up, but I just thought of it now. Maybe there is. Maybe there's a cosplay Reddit forum that they talk about just cosplay. I don't know. If there is, I should just look that up, but I'm not gonna, because if I look that up and there's something I don't see there that are proof, I'm just gonna kill this stream. Jeez. But anyways, there's another thing I didn't want to talk about here. I think every community does the same thing, and I'm seeing it more now. Every community on the Reddit forum, they speak about people that get freebies. Hancock 45. I'm going to tell you this. Hancock 45. If you don't know who that is, you can look him up. He's the first ever, a long time ago, when he first started his channel. Hancock 45. Go look him up. Hancock 45. Hello, this is Hancock 45. Out here blasting this 9mm. Anyways, the point of the matter is that this is an older man that he shows guns, but he tells the world that his handgun is borrowed by a certain person. Sometimes, most of the times, he does say the store, and he says, hey, thank you so much, Bob Gun Club, or whatever it is, for allowing me to borrow this gun and being able to shoot it at this range for all of my audience. I think that's awesome. I think that's the best thing anybody has ever done. I've been watching him for so long. I think one of my favorite videos was back in the days when I think he's getting a little bit older now. You can tell by his hands and everything. They're getting just a little bit skinnier than normal. Before it wasn't like that. You can tell the age is getting to him. And, this is why I tell all of you, look, hey, talk to your family every now and then, because time does go by quickly, very, very quickly. But every time he shoots a gun, he says, before I start this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to the people that lend me this gun, this firearm. this AK, this shotgun, this pistol. By the way, I did get these ammos from Federal. I get these ammos from Remington. I got these ammo from Winchester, whatever it is that he gets for free. He usually says it. And that to me is complete honor and complete just knowing your audience. Because as an American, I think most of us want somebody that we trust when we watch. And I think Hickok, I think is Hickok 45. I think he's a great YouTuber. He's really good. You could go look him up. He talks mainly about firearms, and he's been around for the longest. One of my favorite videos that he's ever done. Just want to tell you one of my favorite videos. He was in the golf car, and he went along with the golf car, just shooting everything, just shooting everything. Everything on the side. He saw a fake little thing that he put out there. He all of a sudden just goes through the woods. Oh, he doesn't want to see that plant. Just go crazy. Hey, let me just tell you, that man with his videos, hell of a videos. There's another one, Demolition Ranch. Oh man, that dude, he came a long way. I watched before he got a new house. YouTube allowed him to make all this money, and he was able to make his dream home with all the money he was making off YouTube and all the sponsors. And that to me is a beautiful, beautiful story. He's a man that wouldn't look on the Reddit forum. At the beginning, he would look on the Reddit just to see maybe ideas, but he would never take the opinions of anybody. He would mainly do videos depending on the comments. So if somebody commented and said, hey, hey, Demolition Ranch, I want to see if you can take out a whole bus with certain amount of rounds, he would look at the comment and say, oh wait, that's a good idea. And then he would get the sponsors to sponsor him with ammo eventually. At the beginning, he was doing his own ammo, paying his own dollar bill. And he made a lot of money, and he ended up building his dream house. So sometimes you can use the Reddit forum or maybe the opinions of others and use them for maybe your own videos. I think that's the only positive thing you can see doing, especially if you are a YouTuber or you're somebody that likes to do videos. Sometimes it's good, just like that. That's a good little way to do it. Do I tell you that I read some of my I sometimes read the comments in the videos. It takes me maybe a month. Sometimes at the end of the month, I go, you know what? I'm gonna go read all these comments. I start reading comments. I'm like, oh shit, that's a good idea. Hey, and I respond. I do tend to respond on my videos out here. But yeah, I think YouTube does allow most of us to do a lot of things that other people just can't really do. You know, I think YouTube is great, giving us this platform to be able to say anything we want to, make any video we want to, and have certain guidelines, obviously. Certain guidelines are great. I will tell you, if you all have a topic you want me to talk about, I'm willing to talk about it. But currently, right now, I'm flooded with nothing in my head. I'm completely empty. Most of the things that I wanted to speak about, hopefully I just spoke about it, and now I'm just fluently going along with anything that I'm thinking about. But most of the time, okay, on the stream, I do stick to the topic. Can online opinions in Reddit forums help you decide correctly on a product or something? I'm going to tell you, it's the absolute worst. Okay, don't look at the Reddit forum. If you want any opinions on firearms, if you want any opinions on fragrances, I got allergies, I'm about to sneeze. If you want any opinions on whiskey, you can look at a good YouTuber like myself. Or you can just go out and get it. You could go out and buy the whiskey. I think personally, I would just go out and buy the whiskey that you think is good. When it comes to fragrances, you have the ability okay, to try some fragrances. Now, this one obviously you cannot try because this one's discontinued. But for example, this one. Yesterday, one of the guys, he said, "Oh, I can't stand that fragrance." I go, "Why?" He says, "Because it's too clean or something." Okay, it's too clean as in what? He said, "It's just something about it. It's most likely the iris you don't like, or the white. There's like a white something in there, white petal or something like that. White, what was it? White floral note on here that you might not like. Maybe that's why he doesn't like it. Has an animalic little note on there at the end that stays on my skin. But these fragrances, don't put it on a piece of paper. Don't do that. If you put it on a piece of paper, you're not going to know the performance. You're not going to know anything about it unless you put it on your skin. So on the Reddit forum, if you go look at the Reddit forum, they say it's amazing, it's great. If I say, which I do tell you all, this is great, I love this. It might not be as good on your skin. But I do love it. I have it. I own it because I love it. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I never rewatch my streams. I've been recently watching my streams over to check out to see if this format is working out. I do know people have told me, they said, "Hey, it's great." Okay, that's good. I like the positivity, but I want somebody to actually tell me, "Look, man, stop doing this format. It's shit. If it's shit, it's shit. I want to hear it." I want to hear negativity sometimes. The only one that can say anything negative to myself sometimes is myself. And I think that's a good thing and bad thing, I guess. Because it's a bad thing because I don't have anybody else to tell me, "Hey, try to fix the volume, try to fix a little bit of a..." There's no other person. I have a group of awesome supporters out here. And you guys are freaking awesome. All the supporters out here, all the supporters comment, and the people that see my Instagram, you guys are freaking awesome. But at the end of the day, the only people, or the psycho people, are going to be watching me on, like, maybe, there's a woman that watches me. She crazy, man. In the watch community, watching me all the time. And not watching me all the time, but, like, every time I show up, saying something negative. God damn. Now, that's a crazy woman. Recently, she gave a shout out in the watch community. I think it was yesterday. Somebody told me that I got a shout out. I'm like, what? What you talking about? I ain't even talking to her. I go look and she gave a shout out to the Reaper. Holy heavens. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this stream. Everything I said, I think I'm completely done with saying anything. Personally, I will tell you, if you were in the fragrance community or in the whiskey community or even in the gun community, or if you are in the watch community, just don't forget, okay? Opinions. Everybody has opinions. Know what the right opinion is. Know what you're looking at. Know what is it you just clicked. If you click a form that starts talking about a certain firearm, maybe you might have to look into it on YouTube. Reddit forum isn't always accurate. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be trolling on the Reddit forum. Now, the trolling that I see sometimes is bullying, but I understand. If you don't understand the Reddit crowd, the way they do it, the way of bullying is by actually trolling. So, for example, there's a lot of people. There's a type of gun that is almost like a Glock, but it's not a Glock. Okay, there's a lot of people that talk bad about the High Point, okay? There's a certain brand that has tried to clone itself to be exactly like the Glock. There's no exact thing out there that's going to be exactly the same as a certain brand, just like the Glock. There's no fragrance out there that can be exactly the same as Creed. There's going to be many out there that could be close to it, but nothing close that you can say, holy shit, this is the same thing. There's nothing out there that's going to be exactly the same. Also, I will say, when it comes to whiskeys too, okay, there's no brand out there that is going to try to resemble a Pappy Van Winkle. You're just not going to get to that. It's pointless. And as a matter of fact, not only is it pointless, but I can tell you, some of you that haven't had Pappy Van Winkle, you might not even like it. This is why I don't recommend anybody to buy a 20-year-old Pappy Van Winkle and pop it open, or a 23-year Pappy Van Winkle, pop it open. You're just not going to like it. There's too much oak on there for you to enjoy the bottle. Those are collector's bottles for a reason, because you just don't open them. The one bottle that I can tell you in the Pappy Van Winkle line will be the 15 year. The 15 years is the only recommendation from the Pappies that you see that I would tell you is fabulous. It is the best one. You don't get the full oak note that you would get on the 23 or the 20. Damn! So much oak! It'll taste like maybe a lumberjack just completely just made this whiskey just now, and it's aged with pure beauty of a freaking liquid in there. Some elegance in there with a lot of wood. Sometimes it's bad. You might as well just buy yourself the Knob Creek 18. Knob Creek 18 is amazing, fabulous. You saw me talk about it, I think, in a couple streams ago. But just know, man, opinions, everybody has them. I really hope I entertain most of you. I was gunning for the 2-hour mark, and we're getting there to the 2 hour. I have 20 more minutes left. I don't know if I can survive. Can I survive the 20 more minutes is left? And by the way, Bob, thank you so much for the super chat earlier. You sent the super chat. He did say with the $5 super chat earlier, he said, "What is your favorite pistol?" And I'm just gonna tell you, I love the pistol brand Glock. Okay, because he did say earlier, he did correct himself. He said, "What brand?" I love Glock. Glock is just all around. You could do anything to the Glock. That's why I like it. You can also modify the Glocks. There's a lot of modifications on Glocks. But there's brands out there that you have all the modifications already. Canik is one of the brands also that's just very, if you are into modified guns, Canik are just fabulous. You can have amazing triggers on those Caniks. I do know I have one, so I would know. I had 2. I got rid of one, and I have one right now that's just amazing. The trigger's just so crispy. It's so perfect. It's a competition gun, and I'm telling you, there's nothing I can't shoot. It's so perfect, the gun. But anyways, for all of you watching, hey, I hope I did what I had to do on this stream. I don't know if I can squeeze out 20 more minutes unless somebody wants to bring out a topic on here in the chat room. If you bring out a topic in the chat room, I'll be able to extend it. But I'm telling you, I don't know. I was planning on doing those 2 hours. I don't think I can make it to the 2 hours now. Now that I'm thinking about it, don't think I can. This is off topic. But sometimes, for all of you that don't know about whiskey, usually you don't want to grab it over here. This is a no-no. Do not grab your glass like this. You're going to warm up your whiskey really fast. I do recommend all of you, if you do grab a whiskey, grab it on the bottom. Okay, just like this. Stir it around. Make sure the walls, every bit of the walls get this. As you see there, now all the walls have a little bit of whiskey. Stays on. And now you can smell more of the notes if you stir it around, because all of the glass actually has all of the notes that you want in there. Now, if you don't stir it around, there's no problem. You're just not going to get the full experience. Also, I can tell you, when you finish having one of these, you finish your drink, you can put it down. And when you put it down, make sure, away from any heat, because the flavors on the whiskey do change, okay, with temperature. If you get this chilled and very, very cold, you might not like it. If you get this very, very warm, you might not like it. Room temperature is a way to drink these whiskeys. Bourbon whiskey, Scotch whiskey, Irish whiskey, you name it. You name it. I can tell you, there's a different way to have every whiskey. Most of the time, when you're having whiskey, it could either be in a tumbler with ice, with no ice. You can have it in a Glencairn like this, with no ice, straight neat. This is what they call neats. You can have it anywhere you want to. I will tell you, your experience is going to change depending on what you have it in. So for all of you that don't know, there is a certain type of a theory, and I do know that it's true. Go out to your restaurant, and you can look this up on Reddit if you want to. You're going to see people say, they're going to have different opinions. But you're going to have to go to the food community, and you're going to have to see what they have to say, okay? When it comes to eating, okay, I'm going to tell you this, and I know for a fact that this is a fact. You can go to a Chinese restaurant, get yourself some noodles, or you can go to maybe a fast food place that you can use utensils. I would recommend maybe pasta, or maybe noodles, or maybe something that you can use a fork or whatever it is. So I'm gonna give you an example exactly like this, what we're talking about. Okay, go out to a restaurant. If they gave you plastic utensils, eat the food with plastic utensils. As you start eating your food with plastic utensils, you're going to be like, okay, all right, this tastes good. It tastes amazing. If you switch up that plastic utensil to metal, okay, something sterling silver, just, different kind of utensils that aren't plastic, you're going to see your experience of eating that certain food going to be different. Very different. And there's a theory out there that plastic utensils make your food taste a lot better. Just knowing the fact that you have a plastic utensil when you eat, it makes it just way, way better, okay? So we'll say that, okay? Another thing I will say over here, I'm going to highlight this comment because Bob did send the super chat today on the stream. He says over here, Bob loves whiskey. Saw High West Campfire at 75. Is it worth it? Right now, currently, I'm staying away from High West. I would recommend you, don't get that one, but I do recommend you to get, if anything, there's a lot of ryes that are going to be sent out, and most of them are going to be Black Label, okay? My recommendation to any of you watching, just like you, Bob, buy yourself any of the Black Label, Black Label High West bottles. There's going to be a lot of double ryes and bourbons. They're going to be Black Label. Usually, I have them inside. I think you've seen them before. Most of the time, they're finished in a certain cask. So, for all of you that don't know, I think that's amazing what they do. You're paying good price for something like that, and I think that's what I would recommend. If you were to get a High West product, it would be the Black Label ones. Now, there's a new one that just recently came out, like Cask Strength. I'm going to tell you, if you haven't seen the video already, I had it in my hands. I had the opportunity to buy it. I'm not going to be buying any more High West. Till they start doing something that really, really impresses me, ain't no way I'm buying any more High West unless I see a Midnight Winter's Dram for like very cheap, $90. I might just buy that one again. But let me just say this. I got rid of, I think, 1 or 2 Midnight Drams for a friend of mine. They wanted it. I just don't recommend the High West right now. They haven't done anything that's just like, damn, this is insane, this is insane. Farm Kitty, damn, thank you so much, Farm Kitty. Let me see over here. Let me light this up before I read this. Over here, Farm Kitty with the $5 super chat. She goes over here. Let me light this up over here. She goes, hey, Reaper crew. Reaper, should I have dinner? Chinese? Oh, I was just talking about Chinese food. Currently, I was just saying that Chinese food, if you have it with plastic forks or plastic utensils, It's gonna taste good. It's gonna taste so good. It's gonna taste like, damn, this is good. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. If you have regular utensils, it might take. I learned this on videos. I learned this on I think it was an article that got me into this many years ago. I think it was like 10 years ago or 7 years ago. And she says over here, what should I have, Chinese or pizza? Hey, I think Chinese. Hey, we talking about Chinese? We were talking about Chinese food. Get the Chinese food. But I will say there's certain Chinese people that don't like their own country, and I do give them a huge shout outs to those people out there that do support the man
What's your
himself.
message to? Have you seen Donald Trump? Do you think he should step in?
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Yeah, I think so. But I can tell you, 100% Forum K, Chinese food will be the way to go. Okay, Chinese food will be the way to go. I hope I helped you out with your super chat over here. I'm gonna keep the super chat up because I do know that today I haven't really been getting super chats, and I understand. I know the time frames that everybody shows up. Sundays is a horrible day to do a stream, but I had to do it. I just had to do it. Look, man, I was upset earlier. Hey, can't be that my friend. I talked to him so many days. I tell him about the stock market, and what does he do? My friend just sells the stock. Holy heaven, what you selling the stock for? Telling you, it's gonna go up. The man sells it. Shit, what you doing? The man got it at $6. He sells it at $10. The freaking stock went up to $64. What are you doing? Holy shit, what are you doing? Farm Kitty, this is not for you. This is just me ranting it out, okay? This is just me ranting it out. God. Hey, having close friends sometimes, it's a headache. It's a headache. Hey, you could tell a close friend of yours, and I know many of you have had this happen to you. Most of you've had friends for the longest time. You know that they know that you know that we all joke. But when you tell somebody, hey man, that ice cream has nuts in it, and they say, hey man, you just telling me that so that I don't eat that because you like it and it's good. I go, I'm telling you it has nuts in it, and I know you're allergic to nuts. Nah, I don't believe you. You just joking because you don't. Let me see. I go, okay, here, look at the ingredients. It doesn't have nuts. It has oil from nuts. I go, that's nuts. That's nuts. The man just disregards anything I say because at this point it's a joke. Okay. Hey, let you know, I'm not taking you to the hospital if something happens. Cool. The man says, you know what? Let me take a bite out of this. I told you there's nuts in there. You're allergic to nuts, don't have them. Nah, my girlfriend told me it ain't nothing. Look, boo. Okay, well, she ain't that brilliant either. Next thing you know it, hey, call 911. You think I'm gonna call 911 after I told you? Well, you freaking
Idiot! Oh, what a loser!
To me, your own friends. You've known your own friends for 10 plus years. These friends should listen to you because there are certain things that you listen to them because, okay, maybe they're good mechanics. You know, maybe you don't like all of that stuff. You listen to them. There's something as a friend, you know, they are better than you at. You can't be good at everything. You just can't. Maybe sports, you could be good at every sport, okay. But if you come out of sports and you want to do house stuff like be a handyman, Hey, you got some friends that know how to do certain changes. You know about plumbing? Yeah. Yo, hey, I know you've been doing plumbing for decades. Hey, let me know, how is it? How do I change this piece? Okay, cool. Thanks. You see what I mean? You call your friend that knows. So this is the crazy part. It's like, doesn't make sense to me. It just does not. Doesn't make any sense. I think friends are great, but man, holy shit, man. I think one of the worst times that I remember my friend getting advice was the stock market. That was, oh my God. That one hurt. Oh my, this man's still hurting now. For sure he's still hurting. 100%. 100% he's still hurting. I told the man, I go, hey, hold that. You bought it at $6 and something cents. Hold that shit. What you doing? I need the money. Holy shit. Did you really just do that? Yeah. Son of a gun, stock went to 64 from $6. What an idiot. That's my friend, mind you. Now, I do know that everybody hangs around different type of people, but man, you're not going to see those type of people in the Reddit forum. Let me tell you that right now. You tell the people in the Reddit forum, guess what's going to happen in the Reddit forum? If you tell your opinion to the Reddit forum, you're going to get a crowd that you're just going to make them go all the way to 100. What I just told my friend, which was a long time ago, but the point of the matter is, whatever I told my friend that day, I spoke to him many times. If I would have told that to people on the Reddit forum, there's a lot of people that would have kept it, and they would have taken it hopefully all the way mentally. They would have thought of it going all the way to $100. There's no way that stock was ever going to go to 100. If anything, it would have gone around 60 something. That's good. But the people get carried away. They see that you say, now this is no stock advice. This is no stock advice. This is officially no stock advice. But I'm telling you from my experience. You can tell somebody that, hey, my exit target's gonna be at so and so, $35, $32. That's my exit strategy. I'm taking it all the way there, and I ain't touching it because I know it's gonna happen. Now you got other people you can tell online, not here, but on the Reddit forum, when people get they just get so enamored in the fact that mentally they think it's going to go to $100 when there's professional day traders that know it's not going to go anywhere above 70. It's just not going to happen. And then you have people out there that keep it all the way. And what happens? Well, you know what happens. I'm talking about the stock market right now because I do know there's a Reddit forum. It's all about it. People take it all the way to the fantasy land that they think it's going to go to. They take it all the way to hoping it's going to be 100. So they see the stock go all the way to 30 something. You see a man saying that that's his exit plan. 30 something. My exit plan was 35. Now there's another man that says his exit plan is 55. Now there's random suckers out there that want to take it all the way to $100. What in goddamn tarnation are you doing, Reddit crowd? In the damn freaking, what are you doing? So they take it all the way to 64. Mind you, that's where it fucking bounced down. That was the double top. And if all of you that don't know what a double top is in the chart, is usually the point where, the chart just completely goes all the way back to where it came from. Hello, cave, where it came from. Hello, bottom shelf, where it came from. Hello, last quarter, first quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. On the Reddit forum, it could be addicting to read opinions. But you have to have a reality check when it comes to anything. Fragrances, stock market, firearms, cigars, food, whiskey, anything. Pudding? For God's sakes. You read the wrong form that says you got to put a little bit of salt in your banana pudding because it makes it perfect. There's going to be a lot of trolls trying to troll somebody, and all of a sudden you got Karen out here putting herself the best banana pudding because she's about to join the banana pudding contest. When she goes to the banana pudding contest, she has all the confidence because she just went to the Reddit forum, and in the Reddit forum, they had officially put ingredients: banana, cream, sugar, this and that. Boom! And then the one ingredients they put that she went with because she thought she could be different. Put some salt in that son of a bitch. Karen. Well, Karen went to the contest, and when she went to the contest, she was doing her banana pudding. And when she did her banana pudding, she had her chin all the way up because she knew, in fact, that she read all the forums, she read all the freaking books, and there was nobody out there to actually put salt in their banana pudding except her. And she thought it was going to be the best pudding ever. Mind you, she tried it yesterday, but the salt that she used yesterday was kosher salt. She took that barbecue salt to the contest, and she thought it was going to be fabulous. As she started doing this pudding, because the Reddit crowd just told her, hey, it's going to be the best pudding ever. Just use that salt. This is the one. Use this salt. She was so confident that she started screaming at all the women in the crowd, all the people in the contest. She says, mine is number one. You don't know. I'm from Tennessee, and I do the best pudding ever. As a matter of fact, that was her first time ever doing a pudding that has salt in it. Let me just tell you this, okay? When it came to the test, the judges had her pudding in front of her, and the first thing that they said was, wow, this was so delightful. Karen, I think your presentation is fabulous, but let's see how it tastes like. Karen just stood there saying and looking at the crowd and looking at everybody, thinking, in fact, that you know what? I'm going to take the gold. I'm going to take the $10,000 because I just listened to the Reddit crowd. And the Reddit crowd always comes through. But she didn't know that this one time, it was not going to be the case. The judge, the first judge, big black dude. He goes, I've seen some pudding in my days. This right here looks yummy. The other judge, a very obese lady, she says, wow, looks amazing. I love how you put that banana on the top. The third judge looked like a man that just completely overtanned himself in the beach. This is a man that's 60-something years old, and this man should not be in this judgment day. He should be in the rib competition judges. I don't know why he's here, but he's here. All three of the judges are ready to have this little banana pudding with the salt. Karen's ready, and all of a sudden, they all put it in their mouths, and you see them say, the first man says, hell nah, hell nah. The first man, the black man, American, he says, hell nah. The second judge says, oh boy, she couldn't believe it. The third judge took biggest first bite ever. That man thought he was about to have the best banana pudding ever. He completely fell out of his chair because it was so salty, that banana pudding. And Karen just looked back and everybody was laughing at her. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a good story. Okay, because at the end of the day, do not believe anything you see in the Reddit. There are certain things you can believe, but not everything. If you want to buy a fragrance, the last place you want to go to is a Reddit. If you want to buy a firearm, the last place you want to go to is Reddit. If you want to see anything that has to do with whiskey, the last place you want to go to is Reddit. And if you want to ever make a banana pudding, the last place you ever want to go to will be the Reddit forum. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this stream. For all of you watching, I see each and every one of you. I will tell you, okay, I will tell you, I do see each and every one of you, and I do appreciate you all for being here, but I will say I'm going to end the stream now. We finally hit the 2-hour mark, and ladies and gentlemen, it is Sunday. I'm going to end the stream now. I hope you all really enjoyed the stream, and for all of you watching, I hope you enjoyed this Sunday, the beautiful Sunday today. I see you, Bob. I see you, Bob. I also see, okay, Farm Kitty, I hope you really enjoy your meal. And ladies and gentlemen, end the stream. Hope you all really enjoy this, and I'll see you all on the next time. See you all later. See ya.